Hey guys, it's Ruth. I am back again. Doing a little bit of art therapy. Life gets rough sometimes, so I decided on some art therapy tonight. This is my first day off of 4, so I should be able to get some things done. My little cup has seen its better days. This is the cup I used for making body butters and stuff, so I guess I'm going to have to get another one. Anyway, I'm going to do an 8 by 10. And I already painted on this, and it moved so much that I didn't like it, so I'm just going to paint over it. And I think I'm going to try to do a ribbon pour on it. So I tried a new pouring medium. I'll have to see. I think I got it right. I can't remember whose recipe it is. It was 50% floetrol, 50% gluol, and 10% water. And I am using Apple Barrel Real Yellow, Apple Barrel Crimson, and of course, we can't forget the Liquitex Dioxazine Purple. I also have Apple Barrel Turquoise, and I actually added this pearlizing medium to it. I'm going to see what it looks like, see what happens. And then again, we also can't forget the decoart 24 karat gold. So I'm going to try for a ribbon pour. I've actually never done that before, so we'll see what happens. And let's pour some paint. I need about 3 ounces of paint for an 8 by 10 canvas. I have a couple of drops of silicone in everything but the turquoise and the gold. So my consistency is, runs off the stick and leaves a little mound, lasts about 3 seconds. I don't know if that's going to be right or not, but hey, let's try it. So, and I may end up pouring too much paint. I'm pretty good at that. Let's do it to the side. So I'm not putting any white in it this time, mostly because I forgot. I probably should have painted my canvas too, but since I'm just experimenting with this new pouring medium, I figured I wouldn't. And I can always pour over it again. So I did not stir my silicone into my paint, so. I'm just going to use a little bit of this gold because it takes over so much. You know, 3 ounces doesn't seem like a lot until you start pouring it into something. And you realize just how much it is. So my husband got one of those calls again from the people who, the scammers who are talking about freezing his Social Security card and whatnot. So he decided to play with him again. So he's been playing with him all day. He's actually up in Vegas doing basketball games. He's a basketball official. So they're having a tournament up in Vegas, so he went up there. So after his games, he decided he was going to go ahead and start messing with these people. They keep hanging up on him and call him an a-hole again. So he called and complained about that, and he's just decided he's going to play, said he's going to go ahead and do the same thing again tomorrow. So figures if he can keep him on the phone for a little while, they won't be bothering anyone else. I know a few people who have been caught by these scammers, and it really ticks me off because it's usually elderly people, and they've worked hard for their money. So at one point, they almost got my mom. The only thing is my mom is very business savvy, and would not have verified her social security number. But she was getting ready to head down to the social security office to make sure that everything was all right. And it took me a while to get her to believe that it was a scam, that they had been running on a lot of people. So the first time they ran the scam on Sam, I called her and told her what he did. She got a kick out of that. So I'm just about there at 3 ounces. So I managed to get 3 layers out of this. And I might go ahead and do some tiles with the leftover paint. That depends on how this comes out though. Alrighty. It's very pretty though. I don't know if you can, whoops, I don't know if you can see it. It's very pretty inside. I don't know how these colors are going to look together. I know nothing about color theory. This is all something that I just started recently, and I thought it would be a kick in the pants. And so I decided I would try it. So I'm probably going to go ahead and see if I can get some classes on color theory and whatnot, because I absolutely love doing this, but it would be nice to know exactly what I'm doing. Right now I'm just playing and having fun, so we'll see how all this comes out. So I did spray the back of my canvas since this has been done already, and I think I had something sitting on top of it. So it got kind of loose. Oh, I got bugs. So I actually walked out of the house and found one heck of an anthill headed out to my garage. This paint is really thick. Anyway, headed out to my garage, so, you know, I had to stop and battle them. But I think it's the ants with the wings that are the queens, and they were all over the place. Check that out. That is really cool. So my paint's really thick, so clearly I did something wrong. But that's okay. We're playing. Let's torch a little bit. I don't know if that'll help. It's not covering the canvas at all. So let's see if we can do some tilting and see what happens. He's very thick, but I'll get some skins out of it. Ooh, let me do that over here so that I can. I like trying new things. He's very, very thick. But the colors are really cool. The colors are very cool. Hopefully it won't get muddy. I have found though that I like my paint kind of thick. It seems to hold its shape a little bit better. Not this time, but like when I do the spiral pours, I did a spiral pour the other day that came out the bomb. It's the first one, and I had my paint pretty thick. The colors weren't bright enough for me, but the composition itself was fantastic. So that was kind of cool. Apparently there is something on my canvas. There we go. Yeah, those colors are, these aren't really pretty colors together once you get it moving and whatnot. And again, it's very thick, so I'm not expecting any cells. But you know what? It was worth a try. Something new. Had to experiment. I'll keep experimenting. Let's move that over there. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to come out. But such is life. I did a resin pour the other day, art therapy. That came out pretty cool. Oops. No, I like the bottom of this. I don't like the top. Let's tip it back the other way so let's see what happens. Yeah, the paint's barely moving because it's so thick, so I'll have to keep practicing at that. Oh, barely moving. Heck, it's not moving at all. So paint's too thick. Whoops. I like the little yellow lines. Come on. Turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, what I'm doing is getting it all over me. That's what I'm doing. Alright, let's try it again. I'll have to do the sides again. It is moving, it's just moving very slowly. The bottom of it looks kind of cool. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, now it's the top. Yeah, it's just... I'll have to keep practicing. I added paint after I added the medium because it seemed like it was too thin. But apparently it was too thick. I think that's the best I'm going to get, guys. Now this will probably be a scraper. I'm not sure I like it. I like all the blue. I like the way the blue and the purple came out. That's kind of cool. The red, not so much. They had the red and the blue next to each other, which turned a lovely shade of brown. Looks like mud. Looks like the Hawaii mud, the red mud they have there. So, you torch it again. So since it's so thick, I definitely won't get any cells even with the silicone. All right, let's try it again. And then I'm going to do some tiles, but I'm going to thin the paint before I do it. So there's some stuff coming up. So I'll let it sit for a little while and come back and show you. So let me do a quick close-up. Be right back. Okay, pardon my glare. But so that's the way it came out. I like the way the blue and the purple came out. I don't particularly like this down here. It just looks very muddy. But I've got, after I torched it, I have this stuff coming up. So we'll see what happens. I do have a lot of the yellow is coming up. And then, oh, those are kind of cool. So maybe it'll actually do something cool. I don't know. There's some cells trying, but I still think the paint is way too thick. So I decided to try this medium because I want to do some vases. So yeah, it's starting to do something. I'll be back in a little while and let you know how it comes out. So that pearlizing medium that I put in the turquoise and then the gold is actually very cool. Ooh, I like that. That's kind of cool. And that right there. So there's some aspects I like and some I don't. But I'll be back in a bit. Bye. God bless. Hey guys, so this is the painting from last night. Didn't change too much, but remember there was, my paint was pretty thick. So still came out kind of cool. Didn't do much after I was done with it. So we'll see how it dries. Let me know what you think. God bless.